So, this is the beginning of a new big project for me, crafting this serpent in the blade. It's a sword inspired by those from the Viking age, but instead of replicating any specific relic, my design blends elements from various historical findings to create something I like while adhering to the proportion and construction of authentic Viking age swords. By the way, I drew most of my inspiration from this book. It's filled with photos from museum, providing details on construction, sizes and materials, and toward the end you'll find the blade that influenced me the most, and that's what I refer to as the serpent in the sword. To help you make sense of what you're about to watch, I divided this video into chapters, each corresponding to a stage in the blade's construction. We'll cover what I'm calling the serpent, then the core, and finally the two cutting edge sides. Both the serpent and the sides will be made from damascus, the first one using a simple low layer stack, and the latter featuring two twist damascus billets for the cutting edge sides. Let's go! Well, as you can see, the forge welding didn't go as planned. The issue was my choice of steel for the sides, which seems to be some kind of air hardening tool steel, and it just won't weld at all. Lesson learned, I guess. You never know what you're really getting when buying steel from the scrapyard. So I had to start over. This time I went for 1045 for the sides. Additionally, since I had to create a new Serpent, I increased the layer count on the damascus to make the pattern finer, and I also inserted 2 strips of pure nickel between the core and the Serpent for better separation and contrast, and here is how it turned out. Well, we have a problem. The forge welding of the cutting edge went smoothly everywhere except this side of the tip. I've tried every technique at my disposal, but for some reason it just won't stick. Unfortunately, I've reached a point where I've run out of material. As you can see, the cutting edge strip on this side is now very thin due to my repeated attempts at forge welding. And given that I'm already 2 weeks into forging this sword, starting over isn't a feasible option. It's disappointing because I initially forged the tip of the core for the Serpent to taper roughly in the middle, and it looks great. However, I'll have to cut it off to eliminate the section that won't forge weld. Then my plan is to cut a notch on the top and attempt to close it to achieve the desired outcome of having the cutting edge sides wrapped around the entire blade. So let's see how it goes. Alright, here is the finished blade after the heat treating process, and let me tell you, I am very happy it survived the quench. Every bit of forge welding held up, and after a few more challenges than I anticipated, I'm thrilled to call this one a success. In the next video I'll grind and polish the blade, and I'm especially looking forward for the etching process. But before you go, I can't resist sharing a sneak peek at the pattern. I ground the tip, and this is how it's going to look. I am really excited to see it all polished and etched. And there you have it. Thanks a lot for watching until the very end. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Serpent in the Blade, where we'll finish this sword. I wish you all the best, and bye bye.